It's veterinary approved. What did Raoul say about Hill Science? God?
No, it's Raul from the Q. And obviously, you didn't watch my dog food review video. You would have known that that is the one food I would never recommend. I went ahead and left you a link in the description, so check it out.
I'm just gonna walk away. Oh, look, the new vet just came in. Finally. Man, I've been waiting on this all month. Oh. Take that out. I think it's 2 per my body weight. It does taste like chicken. Oh, yeah. Makes me feel a lot better now. All right, time to bring them to the dogs.
What's going on, guys? Changing up the intro a little bit. Always love seeing Kyle taking his new vet, man. He tells me he's been walking so much better, amongst other things that are actually working better for him, man. So I couldn't be any happier. Real quick, I want to give a quick shout out to 5-Star Dog Academy. Just became a
Pues claro que sí, cabrón.
There you go. Number love. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, guys. Today we're going to be talking American Bully standards, right? Standards. Yeah. What's up, QBN? Felipe Hernandez Rondon, Jeremiah. What is going on, Jeremiah? To Ray Thompson, good morning, Bully fam. Jeremiah, man, that boy's looking so much like his dad, man. I mean, it's just amazing. By the way, if you look at the picture of this doggy right here, let me show you his daddy here real quick. Where are you at, 305? Here he is. Boom. Yeah. He is a twin of his dad's, man. And this boy, he definitely is passing on his look, man. I really am so satisfied with him. Pleasure and excited, Raul. Well, we do this every Sunday at 10 a.m. We're starting to give it a chance as far as Thursdays, okay? And we're going live at 8 p.m. So for those of you that can't catch us on the weekends, you can definitely catch us in between. Abelardo Soto, buenos dias, Raul. I learned a lot. All right, man, good deal. Furman Broom, good morning, Bully fam. Ready to learn more about the anatomy of the American Bully. You got it. Real quick, Roddy Regiment. Yo, nothing but love, Roddy Regiment. I appreciate your donation, but just know you are already a member. Or I guess it's letting me know you became a member. I'm not sure. But either way, man, I want to thank you. All right? And we're definitely going to be answering your questions. Ephraim, good morning from Brooklyn. We got Brooklyn in the house. We got Chicago. Mike Hannigan. We got Caleb Weddle. My bad. Caleb Weddle. I keep thinking of a football player, last name Waddle back in the day, man. What's up, Caleb? Nothing but love, man. Appreciate you. Thoroughbred Bull Terriers. What's up, everybody? We got DC in the house. We got Space Coast, Florida, Daniel Cannon. I guess that's all up by Cape Canaveral near San Agustin. Abelardo Soto, from your videos, and Dios te bendiga, Rio Grande Valley, Texas. I have a blue nose. Nothing but love, man. He says, no, I was just giving $5. I'm already a member. Nothing but love, Roddy, man. Appreciate you, man. Beautiful morning in Florence, Alabama. Caleb Weddle, what's up, brother? All right. So listen, Roddy, today we're going to be talking about American Bully breed standard, right? And I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to go through the whole thing, but I'm pretty sure it's going to answer a lot of questions, in particular for us American Bully breeders. But even for you guys that are breeding a separate breed, we may find reasons as to why certain things are the same way, or a particular way, and it may be the same way with your breed. Yeah, we got Florence, Alabama. All right, good stuff. This is the video for me, brothers. Chicago Loso. What's up, man? KBN fam, good morning from Florida. Jay Moore. There you go, V Bullies team. All right, guys. So look, I like talking American Bully breed standard because as much as myself and anybody else that comes online, one of the things that's affecting our breed, the American Bully, I feel, is the fact that we have different categories, right? Or better yet, different classes. And so they have tried to now standardize the American Bully XL to what the standard American Bully is. All right. And, there's some things I agree with, some that I just don't. But nonetheless, let's go through with it. Let's go through it, and hopefully, it could help us answer some questions, that we may have. So, without further ado, let me go ahead and bring it up, and let me share screen so you can see what I'm talking about. Right. So we're going to go into the ABKC. This is the ABKC American Bully page, right? American Bully Standard page, better yet. All right, this is an American Bully Standard. I'm thinking that they're basing themselves mostly off of that one dog we just saw. And let's just read. Let me read this part for you. The American Bully should give the impression of great strength for its size. It is a compact and medium-large sized dog with a muscular body and blocky head. The American Bully should have an appearance of heavy bone structure with a bulky build and look. The American Bully is a companion breeding, exhibiting confidence, a zest for life, along with an exuberant willingness to please and bond with their family, thus making the American Bully an excellent family companion. Excuse me. Despite the American Bully's fierce and powerful appearance, their demeanor is gentle. They are great with kids and extremely friendly with strangers, other dogs, and other animals. Human or dog aggression, extreme shyness, or viciousness is very uncharacteristic of the American Bully and is highly undesirable. So now you know. Now you know. You have any temperamental issues, anything that's outside of this guideline is letting you know that basically you have an American Bully with an undesirable temperament. We get over to the head, and it's very precise. Starts out with a distinct, heavy, large, and broad head of the American Bully exemplifies the breed type. Medium in length, right? Deep throughout, broad skull, well chiseled with very pronounced cheek muscles, distinct and deep stop. All right. So let me show you guys something, because I feel like this is really important that we show you this. By the way, real quick, we got Jesse and Reina. All right, Jesse and Reina just became members.
Pues claro que sí, cabrón.
Thank you, Jesse and Reina. We go live every Sunday at 10 a.m. and we're starting to go live on Thursdays at 8 p.m. So please feel free to ask any question now that you're a member. We're going to make sure we answer all of them. What's good, Bully fam? Mo the Bullies. Nothing but love, man. Like, comment, share, everyone. You got it. So let's bring up our let me bring in my illustration. Here it is. Boom, there it is. All right. So we're talking right now about the head, right? And the stop, all right, the stop is that right there. The equivalent to where I guess your forehead meets your nose, like right there. That's the stop, and it's very distinctive. By the way, I made a video where it speaks on the distinctions between an American Bully and a Pit Bull Terrier. And one of the main things that is different is going to be right here, the stop. You see that 90 degree? Okay, that's more of an American Bully. When you get more of, say, 40, 50, 60 degree, that's more of a Pit Bull Terrier. All right, let me go to the comments here real quick. It says, if we go by the standard, the XL doesn't fit the breed type. 2M Bullies. 2M Bullies, I have to agree with you. But at the same time, this is the breed type that the breed standard that they're setting, and therefore breeders now have to shoot for that. You have to realize, the ABKC, and I'll show the illustration maybe later on. What they have as a breed standard is an illustration. They don't have an XL that they can literally take a picture of and say, okay, this is what the breed standard should be. They don't have that. They constantly go to illustrations. We got Catch Guard TV, man, number love. D. Taylor, that middle of the week show at night is perfect. Thanks for adding that, QBN. Well, D. Taylor, I need you to show up. I need you to give me support. If the numbers are there, we're going to be there, okay? Like I said, we're just starting it up. And for those of you that do catch us on Sunday and you can't catch us on Thursday, you can always catch it on the replay as a podcast. I mean, it's really that simple. G-Line says, what up, Jesse and Raina, when you speak on aggressive behavior, is there an exception during heat and pregnancy? Yes, I wouldn't consider a mama dog, right, that's trying to protect her puppies, that's going through that hormonal disproportion, if you will. I wouldn't call that aggressive behavior. Aggressive behavior is when she's not in heat and, you know, she didn't have any pups or anything, and she's going around biting dogs, you know, that sort of thing. That would be considered aggressive. That's a very good question, Jesse and Raina. I appreciate it. 2MB says, I agree. Ivo says, I looked everywhere for my female. All the local breeder dogs had a weak stop. They had a weak stop. Okay. I got this female picture 2 weeks later. I get her paper, and oh my God, up in the top corner of her pedigree was Dax. Okay. Adam Field says, 2M bullies, there are some that do, but it's rare. But that is the goal we are breeding for. We'll never get there without a goal in mind. Excellent. Let's get back to the head. Let's get back to the head now. We've talked about the stop, right? And let's get back to the head and let's continue reading on there. Let's finish reading. Over here, Roscoe, okay, ears are set high and can be either natural or cropped. I get that. I get asked a lot, do I have to crop my dog's ears in order to bring it into the ring? And the answer is no. Okay, but notice what it says. Ears are set high. Some of you have dogs that have low set ears or have dogs whose floppy ears look more like a bloodhound or something like that. I don't know. I'm just saying. Eyes. I like this. All colors are equally accepted except albinism, which is the pinkish or reddish eye, which is a disqualification. Blue eyes, lack of pigment around the eyes are undesirable. Okay. So all colors are accepted except blue eyes are undesirable. Okay. Or the eyes that lack pigment. Eye shape is oval to almond shape. I've always thought in my head almond shaped. I don't know, maybe years before that's how they had it worded. They're low down in the skull and set far apart. Round eyes are undesirable. Bulging or protruding eyes are a foe. Okay. So what are bulging or protruding eyes? You ever seen a pug? Yeah, that would be it. Visibility of the haw should be minimal. All right. Let's go back to our. Let me go back over here, and let's bring in our. There we go. All right, guys. So unfortunately, I don't have a visual of the dog facing us straight. But I will tell you, recently I've been seeing some big, massive American Bully XLs. And when they take the picture, you notice that the eyes are not set far apart. They're actually set close in. It almost looks like there's a space between where the eyes are and the rest of the head is, where something should be there because it's just so much space with nothing there. Hold on a second. Let me go to the questions. Oh, we got Zenor G. What is going on, Zenor? We got Jay Moore. I hear people measuring their dogs' heads. What average head diameter versus above average? Well, one of the things we're going to do here is we're going to see what each particular registry is requiring as far as head size, right? And that's important because you need to understand that each registry sort of kind of tweaks it a little bit different than the other, and it gives you a better idea what the requirements are. I'm talking about as to meeting that registry's breed standard. G-Line says, make them look like Alf with their eyes so close. Yeah, and some of them have the same beak too. So that's a good point. Let's bring it back up again. Felipe Hernandez says, what is the flaw that affect more the dog's quality of life? Man, there's so many. Brachiocephalic is one of the most common, and that's kind of like a French bulldog or a pug, right? Where the nose is kind of squished into the face, and the dog, is trying to breathe and it snorts without even trying. And what that happens is, what happens when that happens is the pressures between the heart and the lungs increase, and over time it wears the heart out. Also, barrel chest. I'm not seeing so much barrel chest now as we did maybe 8 years ago, 7 years ago. But barrel chest is definitely something you don't want either. And it's got more to do with the way, the chest is being positioned. There's no athleticism. There's extra pressures on the organs. Yeah, I would say those things. But I mean, again, people are going to say, well, hip dysplasia is going to affect. Yeah, hip dysplasia is definitely an orthopedic issue that's going to affect the dog's movement. Dysplasic elbows is going to affect the dog's movements with time, making them lame. Inserata Super Steve's guard, or Inserata. Are those strange eyes distances like too close or too far apart from inbreeding? I want to say yes, because it would just be the easiest answer in my head. But I almost feel like I've seen it in some dogs, particularly international dogs. I've seen it in international dogs. And I'm pretty sure that they're breeding to another breed. I'm pretty sure that some of that is happening. Now, whether they're inbreeding that afterwards, I couldn't tell you, right? But it just, I look at the parents and then I look at the dad and I'm like, you're not an American bully. You're an American bulldog. You're not an American bully. And the way that they're set, I guess when their blood hits our blood, something goes on with the positioning of the eyes. Miss Sally, thank you, love, and happy to be here. Thank you, Sally. All right. Miss Sally, where you at, Miss Sally? I'm sorry, I missed your comment at some point. Go ahead and write again. Brayman Bully says, personally can't stand the close round eyes, and it's such a dominant trait. Would take forever to breed out. Yeah, I was just gonna say, anything that you got going on with the positioning of the eyes, like you see that the ABKC is requiring for the eyes to be set far apart. Now, I think they had to be more specific, because I know there's some of you out there walking around with a dog that's got eyes on the sides like a fish, that sort of thing. So anything that's going on with the eyes, if they're too far apart, if they're too close, it's going to be very difficult to move around. It's going to be very difficult, because even though you don't have joints or moving parts in the head or the positioning of the eyes, skeletal skull structure revamping or reshaping, it's going to take you quite a bit. CBK Australia, would be interesting to see how tight the blood is. I agree, but like I said, I have seen it most recently. I have seen it in dogs that are coming from, I believe, was South America. And I'm just noticing it, and I'm like, interesting. So I did a little research to find out who the dad is, and I was like, oh, okay, I see. Audrey Bradford, hey, I moved from Philly to Arizona, and my dog is shedding nonstop out here. What is good to stop the shedding? No, what's happening to your dog is quite possibly his body is telling him he's no longer it's no longer winter. I'm just guessing at this point. So he's shedding his winter coat is probably what he's doing. What is good for shedding? A good shedding comb. In fact, recently we just purchased one of them little vacuum brushes that you just put over the dog, and then whatever hairs come up, it just vacuums it up. Chris Lewis, I see a lot of the dogs in Brazil have closed eyes and massive heads. Yeah, I think that's what I saw too. How far apart do they mean? Okay, so let's take a look. So when we're looking, it says all. It says, well, hold on. Let me scroll. Oh, here it is. Yeah, no, it's already there. My bad. It says eye shape is oval to almond shape, low down in skull, okay, and set far apart. It doesn't say how far apart, which that's why I say, hold on, man. I don't know why I got my mic all the way over there. This is why I say it could be a big problem, because now when you say eyes are far apart, yeah, you're going to have dogs walking around looking like fish. False. Okay. So overly visible haw, both eyes not matched in color. Okay. So you have one color and the other is going to count as a fault, but it's not a DQ. It's not a disqualification. What's going to disqualify you is albinism. If your eyes are red or pinkish, that will. Bulging or protruding eyes. Okay. And then here it tells you again, disqualifying fault is albinism, right? If we go to muzzle, short muzzle in length and broad in width, right? So it's got to be nice and wide. Length to be shorter than the length of the skull, with distance from the tip of the nose, right? Of the nose to the stop, approximately 1/3 of the distance from the tip of the nose to the occiput, right? So it's saying that the short, okay, so it's saying length to be shorter than the length of the skull, with the distance from the tip of the nose to the stop, approximately 1/3 of the distance from the tip of the nose to the occiput. So let's bring our little anatomy. So what it's saying is that, hold on, I'm going to have to switch things around. There you go. Bring myself on the screen. So what it's saying is that this distance right here, right, from the stop to the tip of the nose, it's got to be 1/3 of the nose to the occiput. Okay, occiput right here, like right by the ear, right behind the ear, right? So this is how you're able to determine muzzle size. And I really like the fact that they're doing it that way, because the muzzle is going to show determining the size of the head, right? So let me give you an example. If you have a dog with a long muzzle, right? If it's got the bigger, the broader the head it has, the shorter that muzzle is going to look. Okay, that's where these distances are pretty much being brought up. And so what they're requiring. Let me get a pen here so I can be a little bit more. I don't know if you can see my bike pen. Yes, you can. So from the tip of the nose right here, all the way to the stop, that distance should be 1/3 from that. Should be 1/3 of the distance from between here to the occiput. Okay, so if it's half the distance, then obviously that muzzle is just way too big. All right. Let's go. Let's finish that. Let's finish that part. Approximately. Okay, so but not so short as to interfere with normal breathing. So if your dog starts to snort, that's obviously showing that you have an issue. The muzzle is blocky or slightly squared to fall away abruptly below eyes. The top line of the muzzle is to be straight, with nose neither pointed nor turned up in profile. All right. So, I mean, it's very black and white. Jaw is well defined. Underjaw to be H3 and parallel to muzzle, never turning upward. So let's go and let's see the underjaw. So check out the underjaw, guys. They don't want the underjaw to be pointing upwards. Okay. If the underjaw is pointing upwards, what it's really telling you is you don't have an underjaw. All right. So they don't want the underjaw pointing upwards, and also the nose will not be pointing upwards. All right. Keep that in mind because those are traits of other breeds and not necessarily the American Bully. All right. Let me come here real quick. Lips semi-closed and even, minimal looseness accepted but not preferred. Let me repeat that. Lips semi-closed and even, minimal looseness accepted but not preferred. All right. Bolts, the muzzle's too long or snippy. Okay, snippy is going to be more of that terrier or American Pit Bull Terrier type of look. Muzzle so short as to interfere with normal breathing. Right, that would definitely be a fault. They already mentioned that. Lack of pronounced cheek and or deep stop. Okay, so let's go to our picture. All right, so you got your deep stop, which is at 90 degree, which we already spoke about, right? Let me grab my little pen over here. Yeah, bring it over here. So you got your 90 degree stop right there. All right. What was the next thing it said? I'm sorry, I'm going back and forth with it. The next thing it said, it said, okay, so I'm sorry, guys. I'm all over the place. Interfere with normal breathing, lack of pronounced cheek, and deep stop. So lack of pronounced cheek. So right here, let me get back up in there and remove this. There you go. So your cheek, and I can't get my pen over there, but you can see that little white spot underneath the eye where you got the black around the eye. You see that white spot around that area is the cheek. If the cheek is not pronounced, it's going to give the impression of more of a terrier look because the cheeks coming out. That's those apple cheeks, as we used to call back in the day. Those are the ones that give the American Bully their look. Let me see here. G-Line says people don't read. That's the first reason why dogs look the way they do. And when you tell an owner, well, you don't want to hear, then you're hating. Yeah, G-Line, I hate to have to agree with you on that one, man. That's true. Terrence, me too, bro. Go on his last video and check the comments. I'm not sure what you were talking about. J Tree, I seen a difference in my dog's eyes and coat 12 hours after I gave her the wafers. You're talking about Nuvei. I'm so grateful for the product. It's actually saved me money because I feed the barf diet. There you go. Good deal. Heads up from Denmark. Happy to find this amazing source of knowledge for us lovers of the breed. Queen's Yard. All right, Denmark. Thank you. Thank you for stopping by. We got G-Line. What up, what up, what up? You got it, G-Line. So let's jump back in. Because I want to get to a couple of things that are a bit controversial, and you'll see once we get there. On the muzzle, cheek, weak underjaw. We just spoke on that. Underjaw turning up, nose turning up, or pushed back. Not good. Excessive flews. All right, and flews are just, man, I'm trying to point at it. I need to bring up the image. Flews is nothing more than right here. The flews is the end of the lips coming down, particularly down closer to the underjaw. You're probably going to notice that more. Let's see. Shelton Stokes, not sure what that means. We all should breed to the standard. How many faults would you settle for on a dog? Love from the Caribbean. Well, listen, it comes down to every breeder and what your standards are and how you want to handle things. The way we run it in my yard is we apply the fault method, meaning puppies that we're able to see with one fault, we immediately classify them as only breed quality. If we're seeing maybe 2 minor faults or less, we'll classify them as show quality. If we're seeing 2 major faults or more, we'll classify them as pet quality and sell them as such. So Senor G says classes is in session. People hit them likes. Too many people watching, not hitting like. Not everyone gives you such good info for free. I bet he spins the wheel. You guys will hit. Yeah, you'll hit the like real fast. Yeah. Let me come back. Let's see. Faults. I'm sorry. We're over here on upper teeth. To meet tightly outside lower teeth in form or scissor bite. Upper teeth to meet tightly outside lower teeth, meaning just guys, I've seen this type of bite, and you guys are like, oh, that's an overbite. No, overbite is going to be further up. He's talking about it's going to be a tight bite where the top teeth, or the upper teeth, I'm sorry, to meet tightly outside the lower teeth in form or scissor bite, which the teeth would basically come down together. Okay, that's what they're looking for. Now, faults. A level bite, meaning the teeth don't scissor, they kind of hit each other, okay, and it doesn't come all the way down. Overshot, again, overbite. Undershot, which would be underbite. Let me take this off, man. I guess I'm a little confused. So this is the dog's mouth, right? This is a fault. This is overbite. This is underbite, right? Because this is the underjaw protruding more than the upper jaw. Okay, so now you understand. Now, undershot bite and wry bite, right? These are faults. You're asking, what is a wry bite? I'll show you. A wry bite. If you have a dog facing you, and this is his teeth, and he's, a wry bite would be this. Would be like the mouth off to the side. Okay, that would be considered a rat bite. I have such a hard issue pronouncing that. Nose large with wide open nostrils. Really important for health, guys. All colors, pigment accepted except albinism. They don't want light pink in color. Okay, so this is what they're referring to. So check it out. This is their picture, right? So head, the distinct, heavy, large, and broad head of the American Bully exemplifies breed type. Medium in length, deep throughout, broad skull, well chiseled with very pronounced cheek muscles, distinct and deep stop, ears set high. This is important so you can see, and can be either natural or cropped. So now let's get to the ears, because I get hit so many times with these questions. Look, rose ears. You can see it right there. That's what rose ears are. You got your cropped ears. Now, the one thing that I feel that they fail to mention, the only thing that I feel that they fail to mention that they could be more precise in what they're talking about is what happens if you crop the dog's ears and one of the ears is flipped in, right? And it's just due to the crop. It's not due to anything else. What would that be? I have no clue. I don't think the dog should be docked for that, but I would like them to be a little bit more precise. Also, we got California Bulldog Pride becoming a YouTube member.
Pues claro que sí, cabrón.
We do this every Sunday at 10 a.m. and now we're starting to do it every Thursday at 8 p.m., guys. Let me go here. Always learning something good from my bullies, from Raul at the Q, DTW Painting, number love, man. Appreciate you. Pastor Alemán, ¿qué onda, bro? Un saludo de México. Tengo un nieto de Paco Samurai. Ok, gracias, hermano. Es más parecida al del Bulldog inglés, APBT. No sé, amigo. Estoy hablando de otra cosa ahora. Sorry, guys. Let me get back on topic here real quick. So, if you're seeing rose ears is what they're looking for. Cropped is also what they're looking for. Half pricked, okay? Half pricked, that's also what they're looking for. What they're not looking for, and guys, be very honest with yourselves and the dog you have in front of you. They don't want a full drop. and they don't want a full prick. Okay, if it's a full prick or a full drop, it's incorrect. They can't make it any easier. All right, here's what we're talking about, the dog set eyes. Let's go over it. Eyes, all colors equally accepted except albinism. All right, so I'm trying to zoom in here. That's what an albino looks like. Okay, I'm sorry to tell you, but if your dog is all white, look at that pink nose, and it's got that, red eyes, that's a clear disqualification. And you got to realize they're doing it for the right things, because you got to have severe recessive genes to be able to get to that point. Also, which is a disqualification. So eyes, all colors equally accepted except albinism, pinkish to red, which is a disqualification. Okay, that's where the DQ stops. Now, blue eyes, lack of pigment around the eyes are undesirable. So you're not getting disqualified, but if your dog is looking as good as another dog and the other dog doesn't have this issue, your dog's going to lose. Eye shape is oval to almond shape, low down in the skull and set far apart. Now, this is what they're talking about. You see the almond shape, right? You see the almond shape around the eye? This is what they're talking about. Now, if you notice the position of the eyes, I wouldn't personally necessarily use the term far apart. I would probably use more of the term, I don't know how I could find it, but the term where you're kind of saying in the middle of that side of the skull, something to that effect. Because if you say wide apart, man, you're going to have some dogs walking around looking like fish. All right, let's get back to it. It says low down in the skull, so it's down here, okay, and set far apart. That's what they're calling being set far apart. Round eyes are undesirable. So let me show you round eyes. Okay, round eyes. Notice that is not oval in shape, right? This is oval in shape, or almond shape, better yet. This is your almond shape. This is your round eyes. That's not desirable. Okay. All right, guys. Let's keep hitting this. And bulging or protruding eyes are at fault. Okay. So this is what bulging or protruding eyes look like right here. This is inward, put cross-eyed, but cockeyed is what I call these two. Outward protruding and inward cross eyes, right? And then you got the bulging protruding. So these three right here, okay, I would almost classify them together. Those are considered a fault, okay? So what a fault is when you go in the ring, you're going to get faulted for it. Usually where it's really going to hurt you is when you're matching to get that win, either the group win or whatever, and the other dog has it correct. It's just such a simple little thing. Visibility of the haw should be minimal. All right, let's see. Here you go. So the haw is that you see that, like that little you've seen it where you've seen the dogs that look like they got something like this. That's the haw right there. That little pinkish that you're able to see on the inside, that's what they're referring to. Also, set too close. This is what I was talking about before. I'm seeing this a lot out of dogs coming from South America, is that the eyes are set just a little bit too close for my comfort. Faults, overly visible haw, which I just spoke about. It's almost like cherry eye, if you will. Both eyes not matched in color, which you're going to get this. Which you're going to get this with merles a lot of times, guys. And so that's considered a fault. Bulging, protruding eyes disqualifying. Okay, so faults are the overly visible haw, both eyes not matched in color, and bulging or protruding eyes. We just went through all the faults, right? Right? All these, everything you see in here, okay, these are considered faults. What is disqualifying is this one down here in particular. There you go. Albinoism, okay? Being completely white, having that pink nose, and having red and pinkish eyes will get your dog disqualified. Let me go back and see if I can catch up with the comments, man. All right, Rocco has half drop. Oh man, Shade Tree, I can't figure out how you get the membership. Can someone please guide me? Okay, Kyle got that. Awesome. I'm also going to show you guys something here that I think is pretty cool. Jordy Boy says mine had blue eyes as a pup. He now has hazel, I would say, and that's perfectly normal for puppies to have blue eyes, guys. Typically, anywhere between 6 and 8 months. That's when the eye color is going to shift. So if you have a puppy that has blue eyes, you're really not going to know they're going to remain blue until around the 6 to 8 month time frame. That's usually when the change happens. Okay, so Kyle's helping her out. So hey, I wanted to show you guys something, man, because it was brought to my attention. This goes to show, I guess, how much technology I know. Either way, if you go into our page, right? Because I've had people hit me up and they're like, hey, Raul, so how do you do this? How do you do that? How do you do this? How do you do that? Listen, and now YouTube has actually put on the search, a search tab on our homepage that you can literally type whatever you're looking for and it will look it up for you. Check it out. This is what it looks like on the phone. This is our homepage, right? And if you scroll up a little bit, there. If you scroll up, there you go. You type in, for example, best dog food, and then it's going to immediately give you the search results with our videos with the best dog food. And if you scroll up, you're going to be able to see, all of our best dog food videos and our recommendations and that sort of thing. And you could do this not just for best dog food. You could do it for, a dog pack, for example. If you were interested in our dog pack videos, you could type dog pack and it shows you. You could put in anything else you want. Look, we'll take off dog pack and we'll put American Bully faults, right? And if you really want to know faults, right, you put that in and look, boom, boom. The videos that we have that cover faults, they're all there. So whatever you're looking for, guys, instead of having to ask me, you could literally go to our homepage on your phone, type what you're looking for, and it's going to show you the videos that has the information that you need. That's pretty cool stuff. While we're at it, let me let you guys know that New Vet, which is a multivitamin, and New Joint DS, it says Joint Plus, but DS is the one that we recommend for double strength, is what we recommend for people because we're using it here in our yard for our dogs, right? It's helping our dogs orthopedically. We've had many people write and show us pictures of before and afters and things of that nature where they're showing how fast the dogs were able to improve while they were taking this multivitamin that is not cooked. It is cold pressed and is made of human food grade. Best part of it is it has never even been recalled. All right. And people are getting excellent results from consumption of 10% of the kibble that they're already being fed, or even raw or barf diet they're being fed, which automatically right there pays for itself. And to the addition of clearing things like East-West, dietary East-West, better yet. If you notice this dog, this was in a matter of less than 10 days. Look at the noticeable East-West in the front left leg, and then all of a sudden, things are looking so much better after. All right. So just a heads up. And then lastly, I do want to bring this up to you guys. For those of you that are watching, that if you're a non-member, listen, before I show you that, let me just say this. I just figured something out, and that's that our $5 membership for some reason is showing up at $6.99. It seems like YouTube is adding $2 to it, I guess. I don't know. But nonetheless, for $6.99, you get your questions answered here live and also on Thursdays. For $12.99, it becomes a priority. And for $39.99, check this out. You're going to get our mentorship level, which means I answer all your questions on the live. You also get your text questions answered. Now, guys, I'm going to answer your text questions, but I'm going to let you know I'm going to have to put a limit to one question a day. All right, because it's just too many coming in. It's very difficult to be able to answer everyone adequately. So I want to be able to service you correctly. And also, in addition, you get a one-on-one consult with me for 20 minutes. If you have just a pure emergency and you need a one-on-one, whatever, you're about to pick a puppy, anything like that, $100, and we'll do 20 minutes one-on-one live. All right, we go to the questions here. Loving this topic, greatly needed and appreciate it. Robert Randolph, appreciate you, brother. Can you do more dog pack videos? Learn a lot from them. We Fit Bully Camp. I've really tried, but last time we actually did 3 dog pack videos, one after another. If you notice, we didn't get much love, man. We just did it. Algorithm didn't push it out because people were just barely liking it, commenting, sharing, that sort of thing. So if you could share and like every time you watch it, we would appreciate it. That would help us. But yeah, sooner than later, we'll do dog pack videos again, guys. Adam Field says being able to search the channel is a game changer. You know it, man. It's that easy. All you got to do is punch in what you're looking for, and it's going to bring it right up. If you put American Bully Standard, I'm sure once this live is done and everything is indexed, in a day or two, you put American Bully Standard, it's going to bring you here, and you're going to be able to see what we're talking about. Raymond Bull Bullies just ordered my new vet and new joint. Can't wait to see what all the hype is about. Raymond Bull Bullies, do me a favor. I'm glad you wrote this comment right here. Do me a favor. Stop what you're doing right now. Go get your dog. Take a picture of what your dog looks like, preferably on a side shot and a front shot. Give it about 2 weeks. Retake those pictures. Send them in so we can show them. California Bulldog Pride. I purchased both bottles last month, feeding it to 5 of our dogs. We absolutely love it. Appreciate you, man. Not everybody's phone has the search bar on the homepage, but you can do it in the regular search bar if you type in QB&K, then whatever you want. All right. So yeah, on the regular search bar, just put QB&K and then put whatever you're looking for. Real quick, man, nothing but love. Mike Hannigan, man, appreciate you. Salute, Raul. My 2 Rotties, ages 13 and 20 months, have never eaten a raw diet. If I started feeding them raw chicken wings, what would be the initial side effects, if any? If that chicken wing makes up, say, 10% of what they're eating, you're not going to notice anything. If you go past that, like initially without preparing them, then you might see a little bit of loose stool. So I would recommend, like I've always said, probiotics, sour cream, right? I've used sauerkraut in the past. Also, you're able to buy probiotics now, believe it or not, in these little packages. I've actually been buying them. I don't want to say the brand just yet until I'm able to prove that it actually works. But I've been adding it to the sour cream and then adding the sour cream to the feed. And the dogs are loving it. Stool's coming nice and hard. Stool actually looks like it's coming out of back when I used to feed Victor. That was one of the main reasons, is the poop would come out, nice and compact. So I would definitely recommend that, man. Let's see. Seems like everybody's prices are different depending on where you live in Sarata. Yeah. I just found this out by YouTube. So yeah, QB&K, salute, man. Number love. So let's get back to it, guys. Let me bring it up again, and let's keep breaking this down. I'm really liking this. So you notice when we spoke about muzzle, right? When we spoke about muzzle, notice what the ABKC is shooting for, right? Notice what it's looking for. Look at the it's not. I don't want to say this is a short muzzle. This is a medium muzzle. All right. But look at the jaw. that it's looking for. They're making great emphasis on that, right? Notice muzzle, short, medium in length, and broad in width, okay? It says length to be shorter than the length of the skull with distance from the tip of the nose to the stop, approximately 1/3 of the distance from the tip of the nose to the occiput. So like I said earlier, the distance from the tip of the nose to the stop should be no more than 1/3 of the distance from the nose to the occiput, right? All right, so the muzzle is blocky or slightly squared to fall away abruptly below eyes. Okay, so right here. Now, we don't have a front look, but this is what they're referring to right there, that area. The top line of the muzzle, right? Your top line here of the muzzle is to be straight with nose neither pointed nor turned up in profile. Jaws need to be well defined. Now we're going to get into the underjaw. To be strong and parallel to the muzzle, never turning upward, right? So we're going to show you what turning upward here is in a second, guys. Just follow me. False, muzzle too long or snippy, right? So let's go to here. Snippy. You see how this is turning upwards? You see how it's turning upwards? That's your snippy. Remember I told you earlier, when you have that weak underjaw or no underjaw is more terrier, right? You get more of a terrier look. Notice the underjaw here is very well presented. And over here in these two is very much lacking, right? All right. So lips semi-closed and even minimal looseness accepted but not preferred. Okay, so again, I mean, just take a look at the lips, right? Look, right? Minimal looseness. All right, accepted but not necessarily preferred. Okay, you can see some looseness over here. All right, so let's see. Lack of pronounced cheek and deep stop. Oh, wait, I think I skipped something. Yeah, I did. Muzzle too long or snippy, muzzle too short as to interfere with normal breathing, and you could hear that. Lack of pronounced cheek and deep spot. Okay, lack of pronounced cheek. I don't think you can see it on a side shot, but it would be this this area here not being pronounced. Upper teeth to meet tightly outside of the lower teeth in the form of a scissor bite. Okay. And again, the ABKC doesn't give us the pictures, at least not here. Let me see. Here they go. Here they go. I'm glad. Look at that. I was already taking a shot at them. So this is a scissor bite, guys, right? This is the level bite they were talking about. Okay. This is an underbite. You notice the underjaw is protruding further than the upper teeth. You see the under teeth or the underjaw comes out further than the teeth. And then the overshot is the same thing. Now you have the upper teeth coming out further than the lower teeth, right? Scissor is what they're looking for. All right. So if you notice, teeth might meet tightly outside lower teeth in form or scissor bite. That's this. False, level bite. This is not wanted. Okay, level bite is not wanted. It's a fault. Overshot or undershot. So, like I said, underbite or overbite. Okay, or rye bite, which I already told you. It's the rye bite is kind of like when you got your underjaw going one way and your upper jaw going the other. So it would look something like that. Okay, so let's go back in here, man. This stuff. Okay, so now this is talking about the incisors, the canine, the premolars, and the molars, and where they need to be and the positioning of them. Okay, I'll have you guys see that. Otherwise, we're going to be an entire show just in that particular area. Okay. Neck is going to be heavy, muscular, and slightly arched. Thank you. Let me bring that picture up. So you notice, I refer to this as the bull bulge right here. You see how you have that slight arch? There you go. You see that slight arch? Yeah. That's what they're referring to. A lot of bulls I see don't have that. And I'm hoping that you guys are able to identify that so you can improve on that one thing, because it's very noticeable when it's not there, guys. Let me see if I can catch up. Let me catch up a little bit here. Let's see. New vet is awesome. My bully pup's feet are doing amazing. Thank you for all the information you're passing along. You got it. And Saralta keeps buffering. I guess she's talking about my live. Kyle, sour cream and sauerkraut for 3 days and kibble, and start doing 10 to 90% for a few days, and then slowly, bring the raw percentage up 10% and the kibble percentage down 10%. Is Fortiflora the probiotic? That's not the one I'm using right now. And again, I will only speak on the products that I use that I see results with. I actually used one about, I want to say 3 weeks ago, and I didn't see anything. I used it for an entire week. I didn't see improvement. Mind you, when you use probiotics, you're going to see immediate improvement in the poop. And the poop's going to talk to you. I didn't see anything. So shelve that one. I'm trying a new one. I'll let you guys know. Chris Lewis, I know you also use super supplements. I don't. I stopped. I noticed they stopped using green trike. My pups seem to not be into it anymore. Yeah, it's unfortunate, Chris Lewis. I spoke about this. I'm not sure if it was last week or the week before. I believed in the product and I used it and it worked. Okay, it worked. But then all of a sudden, there were some inaccuracies as far as like green trike no longer being on there, as far as the products that were being put on there. And then also we couldn't come to an agreement on a contract. And so I no longer support K9 super supplements for that, because I'm not going to support you if your ingredients is not something that is going to be guaranteed throughout. If it's only going to be guaranteed for a small period of time, then that's not something that I want to be a part of. So I apologize, guys. I thought the ingredients was not going to be something that was going to be changed, if you will, or I don't know I don't even know the reason as to why it wasn't on there. All I knew is that what was presented to me was these are going to be the products that are going to be on there forever, ever, and ever. So, but that's, that was one of the things that was brought up, and, it was unfortunate because the product at the time that I used it, it definitely yielded results. Adam Fields, we use Kefir as a pre and probiotic at Alabama Elite Kennels, and Kefir is definitely an amazing one. Exactly 2 weeks, 100% new vet results. 5-star. Please tell me you took before and after pictures. GJTV, am I late? Good morning from Albuquerque. No, you're not. Could you do a side view of Fireball in the description of the dog versus using a picture? I don't have one right now. Had you asked me earlier in the week, I would have. I'm trying to see here because I did take a side shot of them, but it's not up here right now, man. So unfortunately, I can't just show that. Next got that Brahman bull knot. Yeah, that's exactly it. The neck has to have that Brahman bull. I love that. Let me show what he's talking about. What he's talking about is that bulge. There you go, right there. You see that bulge right there? On the neck, on the top of the neck, Brahman bull knot. That's what I'm gonna start calling it. I like that. I appreciate it. Super late on the check-in here. Que hola, Beach Bullies. What's going on, man? Que hola, bro. Hey, what up, big dog? Samurai Kennels, Williams Old Yeller Dogs. Hey, nothing much. We're talking about American Bully and Breed Standard. So We're going to go ahead and finish neck and forequarters here real quick. So, like I said, neck has to be heavy, muscular, slightly arched, tapering from shoulder to back of the skull. Compact to medium size, should have minimal or no loose skin. Faults: neck too thin or weak, neck too short, neck too long. Forequarters, shoulders to be H3 and muscular. All right, we'll get into that here in a second. With wide blades set wide and well laid back. The upper arm is approximately equal to the length of the shoulder blade at an angle of 35 to 45 degree, right? So what he just finished saying, the shoulder blade and the joint at the angle, what he's talking about is this right here. Okay, 45 and then 35 degree. Okay, 45 and then 35 degree. This is also going to give you one of the ways that I'm able to tell that something funky is happening here. If you look at the position of the elbow to the chest on this illustration, if you get something too exaggerative where the chest is down here or where the chest is way up here, okay, above the elbows, then you know something funky is going on. You got to look at spring of rib, and or you got to look at the angles or even the length of the blade, okay, and the adjoining bone. So things to look at. Forelegs straight, H3 and sturdy with large or round bones. Pasterns are H3, short and nearly erect. Feet straight forward. Okay, so if you notice, look at the position of the bone, but look at the position of the illustration or the skin on top of the bone. It's asking for it to be straight top to bottom. Not when you get here all of a sudden. Sorry, when you get here, it starts coming out forward or anything like that. All right. Let's see. Actually, I believe reading it here is going to be so much easier. Forelegs straight, yeah, straight, strong and sturdy with large or round bones. Okay, that's what it's looking for. Distance from the withers to the elbow. Okay, and the withers is right here. Distance from withers to the elbow is equal to the distance from the elbows to the bottom of the feet. So the distance from here to here should be the same distance from here to here. Okay, so I like the fact that they're bringing it up that way. Dogs that are slightly shorter in distance from the elbows to the bottom of the feet are acceptable, but not desirable. So if you're a little bit off, they don't desire it, but it's acceptable. Faults: upright shoulders. Okay, and what they mean is the blade, the angle of the blade. Remember, it had said 45 degrees, right? If you notice over here, it's saying 90 degrees, right? The correct, it should be 45 here and 45 here, okay? But it did say approximately 35 to 45. So it gives you a 10 degree variance, okay? Too upright, if you notice, look at the angle. The angle is way too upright. This is a 60 degree, okay? This is where you run into issues, okay? Faults: upright shoulders, just showed them to you. Steep and forward scapula, just showed that to you. Upper arm too short, feet toeing, either in or out. Front legs bowed, down at the pasterns, splayed or flat feet. Let me see if here you go. So this is your down at the pastern that I was talking about. You notice how when you get to the pastern, they stick out this way. This is definitely a fault. Is what they're talking about. This is what your flat feet look like. Look at the cushioning. There's really no padding there. Splayed feet is when the toes are open this way. Hare feet is also when you have two. You'll notice it because you'll be noticing. You'll kind of like be noticing like the pasterns are a little bit way too long and they go forward. That's how I'm able to notice hare feet or hare paws, if you will. Cat paws are the correct nice and tight feet that they're shooting for with excellent padding. Notice the positioning on the side view is straight up, right? And oval, which is very similar to cat, but it's not as tight, okay? And this is not straight up. This has got a very slight angle to it, all right? So we finished feet today, guys. We finished, we went through over the head, we went over the forequarters, and we made it all the way down to the feet. Let me catch up on whatever comments we have here. Alan Frazier says, I know, man. I only saying Fireball because I think he's perfect. Oh, man. You know, now that you said that, man, I got to bring him in. By the way, guys, this is what Fireball was looking like before New Vet. And now this is what he's looking like after New Vet. Huh? Check it out. Before New Vet. Now the feet are straight. They're looking good. They're looking straight, right? Check them out, right? Feet are still straight, but look, dude beefed up a little bit, man. Dude beefed up noticeably. All right. Let me go back to the comments. Appreciate you guys, man. Mike Hennigan saying, Chris Lewis, bro, I noticed the same thing about canine supplements. Yeah, man. Unfortunately, I don't want to keep bringing it up, but y'all are commenting on it. Yeah, unfortunately, the ingredients weren't consistent. And also we couldn't agree on a contract, and therefore, or terms on a contract, better yet. And therefore, you know, I pulled the plug. I pulled back. You know, if I come out here and I'm saying green tripe, it's got to be green tripe forever, ever, and ever. If at any moment there's a hiccup, then yeah. Tiquan Prater, puppy has her adult teeth coming in, now has slight underbite. Will this correct itself as more adult teeth come in and her head grows? I don't even know what age she is, Tiquan. Let me know. I will say on an overbite, on a slight overbite, it would look very promising, you know, for her to correct, because the underjaw usually comes in, you know, mostly at around 10 months to a year. That's when it really starts coming in. So whatever it's going to correct usually corrects around there. But as far as an underbite, you already have an undershot. In other words, the bottom teeth are protruding further than the top teeth. Man, I don't know. You got to look at the parents, and now you're gonna have to look at lineage and see who's inbred, and if you're close enough to the breeder, if you can check out the parents' bite or have them take a video of the parents' bite so you can have an idea. Alan Fraser, I'm only asking about using Fireball in the description because, oh yeah, man, I got you. I'm curious, would you ever do a breakdown or breed standard of the English Bulldog in the near future? California Bulldog Pride. We may just do that, man. We may just do that. It's only fair. We got people here that do have Rottweilers. We have Dogo Argentinos. We have Cane Corsos, English Bulldogs. So let me just throw that out there. It is quite possible that I could do that. Just to give you guys some love, because it's only fair, man. Shade Tree, Fireball is perfect. Thank you. Thanks for a great live. Cheers, my friend. You got it. Chris Lewis says, Mike Hennigan, yeah, they changed the ingredients and didn't say anything. I purchased it, and now I feel misled. I won't be dealing with them anymore. Chris Lewis, my apologies. All I can tell you is I have been, I know I'm saying it now, but I have been saying now for a while that I'm not supporting canine super supplements because of these inaccuracies. I'm sorry that you're finding out now after maybe you bought another bag. But it's been now for a while. You know, have you noticed I'm not promoting? I've stopped the promotion. I started letting everybody know we're not doing canine anymore. And the reason for it is, you know, they stopped putting the ingredients they said they would. So that's, as you can imagine, I got the rug pulled from under me as far as that's concerned, just like you guys did. I found out by you guys. You guys were writing me and telling me, hey, that stuff is not in there. I'm like, what? And the minute I start seeing people taking screenshots and sending me that, then I'm on the phone on the other end and be like, hey, what's going on? So, Quick Time Dogo, good stuff, bro. Appreciate you, man. Fireball, that's the standard. Sally Adams, appreciate you. Mike Hannigan, yeah, bro. Yeah, Mike, I got you, man. I bought K9 one time. It's New Vet. It's where it's at. Appreciate you. California Bulldog Pride. You got it. Listen, guys, I want to thank you guys for joining us. Keep in mind, guys, we are also going to give this a shot on Thursdays at 8 p.m. So even if you don't make it on Thursday, do us a favor, do yourself a favor, and make sure you listen to us as a podcast when you're driving to work, whatever. I'm talking and you're able to listen, and pick up on it. Now, on this particular live where I'm showing, a dog's anatomy and whatnot, you could always scroll back and see what I'm talking about. But you at least have in your mind what it is that's being asked for. Yeah, 8 p.m. We're trying to get the 8 p.m. on Thursdays going. Also, for those of you that haven't become member, if you want to become a member, guys, for, I say $5 because that's what I charge. I guess YouTube decides to charge whatever they want. But basically for that, whatever you ask, I'm going to answer before we get off the live. $12.99 makes you priority. $39.99. I'm answering all the texts. We're doing a one-on-one consult once a month for 20 minutes. You can't beat it. For those of you that love buying these hyped up dogs from these hyped up kennels, from hyped up breeders that don't want to answer your questions after they take your money, that might be something that can help you out a lot. Whatever the questions is, we're going to get them answered. And on that 20-minute one-on-one, we're going to sit there and we're just going to talk, and it's going to be FaceTime, and we're going to go back and forth. A lot could be said in 20 minutes, guys. Believe me. Gabe G, Raul's knowledge of this breed is truly inspirational. Endless thanks. I appreciate you, man. Can I switch my membership to a different account? Jay Moore, I guess. I don't know. I don't know those intricacies. You may have to set up your membership on your new account and then cancel it on this one. I don't know. Good breakdown, Raul. You got it. Next week, we might just hit the top line and the rear quarters. Get that out the way. This way, nobody has an excuse to say that you don't know breed standard. Let me bring my guys from the back. All right, Steve-O, lead the way, man.
Quality Bully Nation, you already know, the platform where you come to raise your game and stay in your lane. Catching you on the next one.
Hollywood.
Boom. It's your boy Hollywood Holla, and your boy in the back at the queue, and we're catching you on the next one.
Hey, Hollywood, man, it looks like you got bit, man. Hey, nothing but love, guys. Listen up. We're going to be dropping actually a video soon where we're going to be doing 3 avatars, and we are actually going to be showing a budgeting plan. In other words, how much money they make and a business plan for each. One of them breeds nothing but females. The other one breeds males and females. The other one, all he wants to do is stud his dog. Stay tuned. You're going to love that video. Make sure once we drop it, you give us some love. It's been Raul from the Q. Catching you on the next one.